Let's get to the CME as well. Rick Santelli in Chicago with the Santelli Exchange. Happy Monday, Rick.
Happy Monday? Is there such a thing as a happy Monday? Anyway, Monday's rendition of Santelli Exchange. Friday, during closing bell, we had a discussion, and one of the guests that I was addressing the dividends question to, why are they piling so high? Can't they find something better to do with it? Isn't this a major topic? Well, the word uncertainty came out, and I've been using uncertainty, as many of you have as well, for years and years and years. Maybe going all the way back to things like Obamacare, Dodd-Frank, but let's pick Dodd-Frank in particular because several things have happened today that really make this all gel together to see the irony. One is how to shrink too big to fail banks, an op-ed today in the Journal, and I'd like to read one little excerpt, so let's put it on the screen. With the law that runs 849 pages and more than 9,000 pages of regulations written so far to implement it, Dodd-Frank is long on process and complexity but short on results. Regulators cannot enforce rules that aren't easily understood. Boy, does that sound logical. The other thing that gelled today is Jeff Immelt, our fearless leader of a bygone day that's just changed recently. And on the big letter that he wrote to shareholders, I'd like to pull out one sentence. Let's put it on the screen. Until we solve for these constraints, it is hard to see that the U.S. will return to its full growth potential. Obviously, they're both talking roughly about the same thing. Here's my problem. Where was everybody 2 or 3 or 4 years ago? Okay, Dodd-Frank passed in 2010. Mr. Immelt, running one of the greatest companies on the planet in the form of GE, well, he was the chair of the Jobs and Competitive Group that the president had. And in terms of Dodd-Frank, Let's look at it this way, okay? We have a Venn diagram, and the neat thing about Venn diagrams is that they're really supposed to intersect at some point. So here you have big biz, all right? Here you have the government, and here you have the Federal Reserve. Now, here's my contention, is that I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but to me, the problem I see is we have a lot of photo ops, and we recognize a lot of the problems that are wrong, but nobody addresses them, okay? Why doesn't big business, and this is healthcare as well, all of a sudden of late, a lot of executives coming out saying, oh, implementation's going to be a disaster. On the jobs number Friday, we see the beginning of job splitting and unintended consequence, potentially, of Obamacare. When it comes to reg, have you heard anybody that didn't in business say it's not the uncertainty? Of course it is the uncertainty. Well, they've recognized it. 2010 had passed. Can't these two ever find an intersection? Isn't it not about photo ops? Is it not about getting rid of yes men? It's getting things done. But to me, all the blame has to go here. Every time we see Ben Bernanke or all these Fed officials go on the road, they're part of the implementation of writing the rules of this monstrosity. Why don't they speak up? Why don't they shake it up a little bit? There's obviously something wrong. Everybody recognizes it, but do. More programs, less solutions, less growth. It all adds up to new math. And the new math is that we really need a government that responds more to business, and this is not about fiscal cliff and all these issues, because none of them are going to be solved by the interaction tax code. These are major changes, and they all understand they need to be done. Carl, back to you.
Oh, I like it when you get a little red-faced, Rick. We all wake up over here. Thanks, Rick Santelli in Chicago.